Hello everybody, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing good today. We're going to forego the village anthem today because I want to jump right into it. Today we're going to talk about, first of all, the elephant in the room is my hair. I know you're all probably thinking, okay, she had the braids, the brown braids with the yarn, and then she took them out. And then she rocked her regular hair, and now she got the braids, the black braids in with the black yarn. Yes, I know. And today we're going to talk about menopause. Today we're going to talk about going through the changes because, baby, I'm going through them. So we're going to talk about that. But you know what I want to do? I want to make this a really fun, um, how can you make menopause fun? The talking about menopause. I think just being honest and open about it and not holding anything back. Today we're going to talk about some subjects that, people may say, oh, that's kind of like TMI. No, it's not, because it's happening. So we're going to talk about it today, okay? We're going to have a grown-up conversation, and we're going to keep it classy like we always do here on All Things Lisa. Don't forget the W. So hopping right into it, let's talk about this hair. One of the things that is happening, I don't know if I want to associate this with menopause or tell you a little story about how I was before I had Devin and Angel. Now, one of the things that menopause, people have who are experiencing menopause is that they have mood swings. They're all over the place. They like 1 minute they want this, 1 minute okay. But that's also part of the woman's dynamic too, as far as our makeup. In one of my last videos, I think one of my last videos, I don't remember exactly when, but I said a woman has her right to change her mind about her hair, about just different things. And we do. We change our minds often. And so I don't know if I want to say that that's menopause, because now, when Angel and Devin, before there was an Angel and Devin, almost daily, I had a different hairstyle. When people would see me, when I would go to work, they say, girl, every day you got a different hairstyle. I always experimented with hairstyles when I was younger because I had the time. Even though I was working, I still had the time to do whatever I wanted to do with my hair. And I am a very creative person as far as my hair, just a creative person in general. And so I would come in there sometime with short hair. I would come in there in different hairstyles. I had the Toni Braxton hairstyle. I had the Jerry curl. I just different hairstyles. So, but then when I had Angel and Devin, now this is two girls. So I had to make sure they had the pretty little bows and barrettes and do their hair. And by the time I finished doing two girls' hair, when it got to my hair, you know what I did? I started just putting it back in a ponytail. Hence, for years and years, I wore a ponytail, or it's every now and then a bun at the top. But for the most part, I had it pulled back. It was a cute ponytail, but that's what I did. I no longer experimented with my hair because, hey, I had other things to do. I was busy. And then you would see Devin and Angel. You would see like, oh, their hair looks so cute. You always keep their, and then they see mine with a ponytail. But now it seems like I'm getting back into what I want to do with my hair because I have the time now. I'm no longer raising two girls. So now I can put that time back into me. But I'm also experiencing menopause. We're going to talk about that. I took notes, y'all, because I don't want to forget anything. Now, this is what I want to say. Before I get into it, I'm about to get into the meat of the matter. I walked this morning, I got out and I exercised. Oh, it was so beautiful out there. I did my walking, and then I did stop and get me some coffee. Now, I do like 7-Eleven better. I told you all that in one video, but guess what's close by me? Quick Trip. So Quick Trip's gonna have to do. So before I get in, pause. I want you all really, ladies, pay attention to this video. It's gonna be really good for you. Men, pay attention to this video. It's going to be really informative to you so you can know how to act. You can know how to treat that woman in your life that's kind of driving you crazy right now. Children, teenagers, pay attention to this video because now you know why mama keeps snapping. You'll understand. Mama done went crazy. Pay attention to this video. So basically, this video is for the whole family. Okay? So go get you something to drink. Coffee, soda, water, whatever. I got my coffee, but I got my water nice and cold. So we're going to talk about it. So pause me for a minute and go get your stuff, snacks, whatever, and come on back. I'm away. Okay. Getting right into it. Perimenopause and menopause. Let me just tell you some of the symptoms, okay? And we're going to break them down. I'm not going to get, like I said, I'm going to have a little fun with this, okay? So let's have fun with it. It's happening. We might as well understand it and have some fun about it. Perimenopause, menopause. Hot flashes, night sweats, weight gain. You can't seem to get rid of that belly fat right in the midsection, y'all. You know, it's like, why my stomach won't go down? The fat on my side. Okay. Weight gain, hair loss, and not only is it hair loss, but hair thinning, but also the hair becomes brittle, really dry. Like why is my hair so dry? I just put moisturizer. It seems like I can't put enough moisturizer in there. Hair dryness and hair loss, and it's thin. It's like, oh, I'm getting a balls plug. It happens. Okay, we're gonna talk about that. Being irritable, having mood swings. Like I said, my hair, okay, 1 minute I'm like this, 1 minute, and then being irritable, baby, you be ready to bite somebody's neck off. And they really don't even deserve it. Sometimes they do deserve it though. But you just angry, you mad. It's like you irritated. Everything just irritates you and frustrates you, okay? And let's see. Now, we could talk about this. We're not going to go into depth, but we're going to talk about this. Decrease sex drive. So, husbands, I keep on trying to act like my wife act like she don't want me to touch her. Every time I say, come here, she act like, no. She's irritable, and then she don't seem like she don't want me no more. So what's going on? That's why I said this is a good thing. This is a good conversation and a good thing for men to understand too, so that instead of you internalizing it or taking it personally, you understand, oh, that's why she's been acting like that. And then you kind of can give her a pass or give her some sympathy, okay? But also women, we're going to talk about this too. Excuse me for a second. You all got your drink? I got mine. Let me get some. Okay, let's finish. We're talking about brain fog. Angel and Devin, what about your mama with brain fog? Memory loss. Angel and Devin, what about your mama and memory loss? Now this one really, to me, is a tough one because I even wrote this down so I can remember it. When I was younger, I had this red dictionary. I guess you could call me a wordologist. I love words. I love learning different words and learning the meanings of them, right? Because I want to broaden my vocabulary. You know, sometimes we come from the inner city, you know, they expect any inner city kids to not have I'll just say not have a very bright vocabulary. But I loved words. And so through that little red dictionary, I had it for so many years. I had it so long that it was tearing up. I had it for so long that my children used it. And when they would say, Mama, what does this word mean? Devin and Angel, they will tell you, go look it up. See, there was no Google back then where you can just go Google it. You had to actually look the word up. And not on top of that, in order for you to look the word up, guess what? You had to sound it out because you had to know how to spell it. So when you going and you in that area, okay, I think it's S-E, you kind of think you have it, it'll take you into a certain part of that dictionary. So if you get close to it by spelling it out, sounding it out, then you can find where that word is. So now it served two purposes. It helped you to spell the word because it's kind of in your head now. It helped you to spell the word, and then it gave you the definition, the meaning of the word. So then, like I used to always tell them, I can tell you and you're going to forget. But if you search that word and look that word up, it's yours. It's in here. So I've always prided myself on being able to use different words. Yeah, they're not coming. I may be trying to say something. I'll say, like, what's going on? Brain fog is part of menopause and perimenopause. Let me just see. Okay. Now, what is happening to cause us to have all these symptoms? Let me tell you about 3 words, okay? Write these words down so in your own time you can research them. Write these words down. Serotonin, I'll even spell it for you. serotonin, serotonin. Endorphins, I'll spell that for you too. Phines. I'll say that again. Endorphines. Endorphins and dopamines. dopamine. Okay? Is that dopamine or dopamine or dopamine? I have to look that up again. But I know dopamines, okay? Look those 3 words up and they'll tell you how they relate to the changes that I just mentioned, okay? But the number one reason for even the serotonin, the endorphins, and the dopamines, and let me just give you real quick. Endorphins, that's the feel good. That's the feel good hormone. It helps, in women and men, that's the feel good hormone. It's a chemical in our brain, okay? Serotonin, that's the happy hormone. I remember a young lady, well, I don't want to say young, I remember a lady that was a friend of mine. She one time asked me, she said, your brain must secrete a lot of serotonin. And I said, And I was like, why did she say that? And she said, because every time I see you, you're always so happy and upbeat. It's like that's your personality, just so happy all the time. And throughout different jobs that I had, they used to call me smiley or happy because that's just my personality. That's my, how to say, my disposition, but that is who I am. I don't fake it. That's who I am. But guess what? Menopause try to rob you of it. It takes some of it away. Okay? Some of that serotonin, that happy drug, that happy hormone. And then dopamines. That's the pleasure. That's for a reason why I said a woman not wanting to be so intimate. It's also for memory. So look those words up and see if those words have anything to do with how you have been feeling lately. But, okay, those 3 words, the number one thing that encompass all of those words, I have to grapple for that word. I was thinking of encompass, but I had to grapple for that word, is estrogen. Estrogen. That encompasses all these 3 that I told you. And what is happening is when we reach a certain age, sometimes for some people it's in their 40s, some people it's in their 50s, but that varies, okay? And it varies for genetic, that's different things. But we reach that age where the estrogen in our bodies, it used to be here when we were younger, it started going down. And what is this estrogen? Let's talk about it. Estrogen affects our brain. It affects our female reproductive organs. So hence, not the sex, the decreased libido, not wanting to really be intimate with your spouse, the vaginal dryness, because that's a part too, the vaginal dryness, because it affects your women's reproductive organs. And your cycle. Sometimes now, when you really into it, the cycle gonna just stop. But sometimes perimenopause, you start saying, "What's going on? It's so sporadic. I can't. It's not regulated anymore. I can't tell what time. I used to be able to tell. Well, you can't anymore. That's because the estrogen levels that regulate that reproductive organs, your reproductive organ, is going down because your body is getting to a point to where you can't have babies anymore. You can no longer reproduce rather. You can't because so you don't need this. I guess the good creator feel like, okay, now I can make it go down because there's no longer a need for it, or it could just be imperfection. I'm not sure about why, but I just know that is what drives that low libido. That's what drives the decreased sexual drive and the cycle stop or the cycle sporadic. That's what's happening now. I'm just looking at my notes because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. What can we do if we see that our estrogen level is getting low? We have the serotonin that keeps us happy and pleasant and proper. Now we like, you better get out of my face. That has happened. The endorphins to feel good. Oh, I feel so good. It's like, I'm depressed. I'm tired of feeling depressed. All of all of these hormones have just changed and it got us all over the place. But there is some good news. And let me tell you, the good news is that it does not last forever. And there are things that you can do. Hold on for a second. Get your drink. And this coffee ain't bad. There are things that you can do even when you're in the midst of it, when you're going through it, when you're going through the fire, through the limit. Woo! There are things that you can do to help yourself out. First of all, and I love this because I just did it this morning, I do it often. Take a good walk. You may say, girl, what you talking about, take a good walk? Yeah, it helps here, and of course it helps. It helps the body. Let me show you. It says walking is the best form of exercise for menopause. If you're going through menopause, get up, take a walk. It gives you clarity. It boosts your mood. Say, for instance, you are stressed or depressed. Get out and walk. And have you ever heard people say, somebody upset, or a husband and wife arguing, whatever the situation is, somebody is upset, and somebody say, you need to go cool off, go take a walk. Have you heard that before? You know why they say that? Because it actually, scientifically, it does cool you off. It works. It really works. So walking is a great exercise because, first of all, we're talking about weight gain during menopause. So walk some of that weight off, and then at the same time, it helps you mentally. It helps you cool yourself down, or it helps you to calm yourself down. If you're full of anxiety or stress, walking helps take that down. Not a notch, but two or three notches, okay? And then, I don't want to forget this because I also wrote this down. It improves your mood, increases your serotonin levels in your brain. Walking does. That's why, it calms you down. That serotonin, what was that serotonin? It's the happy hormone. Remember that happy hormone? That walking increases those levels so that you can become calm and happy. Okay? People also take hormone replacement therapy. Now, this I will not recommend, or I will not encourage or discourage, because for people who have taken it, some people take it and they swear by it. That's good. I'm not talking against it or for it. If you want to look into that though, do your research and then come up with the best solution for you. It may be something that you feel like, I think I want to do this. Let me make my shoes, because you know, y'all, I know I ain't got no hair on the side, so I make sure. Yeah, I know. It's probably going to be out next week. I'm telling y'all, I'm all over the place, but I'm getting through it. I am. So if you want to take some hormone replacement therapies, whatever, first, do your research, do your research, do your research. Don't just willy-nilly take something that somebody tell you to take. Girl, I take this. Okay then. Research it for yourself. Knowledge is power, okay? But one thing I will say, after experiencing some of the stuff that I've been experiencing all over the place, I said, I got to do something, because this menopause it's getting me. So I just started talking to some of the my friends who are in my age group and just listening to some of the things that they said. And now, of course, I have done my research, and I'm going to start taking a multivitamin. That's one of the things I'm going to take. No, years ago, I used to take Centrum multivitamin, and that was when I first I think it was before I turned 50. Maybe when I turned 40 and I started seeing a lot of difference, and it's like, oh boy. So I took that for years, and then I stopped because I don't know, it could have been doing something for me, but I just didn't feel like I was benefiting from it in any type of way. And you know, those were in a pill form, and they were not, they were capsules. They were not capsules, they were tablets almost. You know what I mean? Solid pill, not the liquid form, like a liquid gel or anything. So I stopped taking it. But I am going to take a multivitamin, and I know just the one I'm going to take, but I will encourage you to say that. I will say this to you all. Take the liquid form of any multivitamin that you like. Some people say, no, I like the gummy. Hey girl, go ahead. Go and do what you want to do, honey. That's what you want to do, that's what you do. But I know for myself that liquid, it gets right into your system real fast. That liquid gel, your body is going to absorb it better than those pills, because one of the reasons why I also stopped taking the other brand, the hard pill form, I don't know if they call it caplet, whatever they call it, but one of the reasons I stopped taking that is that they were saying that some of us go to the bathroom and it's whole pills. Now, I didn't experience that, but I can see that it does not absorb in your body. So all the things that's in there, your body is not getting. You're taking it every day, but your body is not getting it because it's just running right through you. But that liquid, it's absorbing. Your body is absorbing it. So I'm going to definitely get some multivitamin. I'm going to take it religiously every single day because I need it now. I'm going to increase the days that I walk. And even if I can't walk because it's getting cold outside, before you know it, it's going to be snow and all this kind of stuff. I'll do something early in the morning at home. But I do want to do 3 days a week because they recommend 4 to 5 days. Some people, people ain't got no time for no 4 to 5 days. They recommend some people do, that's fine. But if I can stick to 3 days, I'm good for 3 days. Because that's going to help me with my menopause mentally and physically. These are some things, practical things that we can also do if we're going through menopause, okay? It says to restrict white flour. Foods that are sugary or high in sugar, restrict white flour. Restrict foods that are high in sugar. It didn't say take out altogether. It didn't say that, but it did say restrict, because these things can worsen your symptoms. You know, I talked to one of the older ladies. She said when she was going through it, chocolate and M&Ms with peanuts, she would tear them up. She just like had a craving for them all the time, and it was making her, it was making her worse as far as her symptoms for menopause. So some of this stuff, you can't just have this on a regular basis. You shouldn't have it on a regular basis anyway. So they said to do that, decrease your intake of white flour foods, sugary foods, because these can make your symptoms. Increase your intake of a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. Drink water, which, like I said, I've been really drinking a lot of water. I kind of drink water a lot anyway, but lately I've even been drinking more water. And I noticed my skin, it's looking pretty good. Water, yes. Let me just make sure I got everything. I think I do. Okay, now the last part, and then I'm going to let you all go, because I didn't want it to be a long video, but I wanted it to be long enough so that you can get the point. It says, if you are in menopause, then you're probably in the second part of your life. Like I said, it happens 40s, 50s. So if you are in menopause, or sometimes even perimenopause, you've already lived half of your life. The second half then is going to be shorter than the first half. Say for instance, menopause, 50 years old. You've lived 50 years. Do you think you got another 50 years? Most of us will say no. Most of us, the scriptures, there's a scripture says the generation or lifespan is 70 or 80 if mighty, special mightiness. So 70, 80 is kind of like the average in the 80s, right? 70s or 80s is the average for our lifespan today. Now, we do know that some people say, more people now living to be 90s, 100, but for the most part, the majority, they're living to be 70 or 80. Now we're not talking about some of the stuff that's happening, because we got 20-year-olds dropping, the 30-year-olds dropping. We're not talking about that. We're just talking about just living and dying from natural causes, okay? So let me get back on track. 50 years, you already got that. You ain't gonna have another 50. Most of us not gonna have another 50. So goes back to the saying that a lot of us have heard before, life is short. It is. It's short, especially if you are now experiencing menopause. Say for instance you got 20 more years, 30 more years, then that's a lot shorter than your 50 that you already got behind you. So how you gonna spend these years? That's a question that I'm asking you, but I've also asked myself, what do you want to do with these years? How you gonna spend your last, your golden years? How you want to spend them? And I wrote this down, of course, like I said, you see me looking down at this page because I don't want to forget nothing. These were well thought out questions or thoughts or statements that I wanted to make. Find joy and do it on purpose. Y'all know I always say have a good day and do it on purpose. But finding joy, I even was talking to one of my friends, and I talked about how it's important to go grab some happiness, to go grab some joy. So what does that look like? What does that mean? Kind of like if you are a person that's like, you just, ain't nothing to do, I'm just sitting around, go make some happiness. Go get you some joy. Go make it and do it on purpose. Spend quality time with your family or people that you love, people that you feel good when you're around them, not people that take all the energy out of you, drain you. Find time for those special people in your life, people that you really, really enjoy being around, and be around them. Take care of your body. This is the only one we got. Like I mentioned before, exercise. And people always think that when they say you need to exercise, that means you have to, I gotta go to the gym, I gotta work so hard, exercise Like they said, the best form, go for a walk and do it on a consistent basis. Walk, 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 drink water, eat your fruits, eat your vegetables, stay away from too much sugar. Look, but at the same time, I wrote this down too. There's nothing wrong with enjoying something decadent every now and then. There's nothing wrong. That's the spice of life too. That adds the spice to life too. To be able to sit down with your family, somebody, your friends, your loved ones, and eat something really, really good. That's living. You don't, you just always feeling in a state of deprivation. You always feeling deprived, like, that looks like I can't have that. If you spend the majority of your week eating good, what's wrong with every now and then you're eating something that you want to eat? Or that you really feel like, I can't eat this on a regular basis, but I'm going to tear this up now. That's living. So don't forget to live. Don't have everything so strict that you can't live. Make room for living. And let me make sure. Now, I can close the book because I'm finished. Now, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? What decisions have you made? Children, if your parent, your mother, is experiencing something strange to you, she's yelling at me all the time, she's just so mad all the time, it's like, this is not my mother. Be patient. She may be in perimenopause. Be patient. She may be going to menopause. She may be going through full-blown menopause. Grown children, Angel and Devin, be patient. Your mom going to menopause. Give me a pass sometime. Now, that don't mean that I say, well, I'm blaming everything on menopause. Well, I'm acting like this because I'm menopause, so you got to understand what I'm going through. No. We still have to be responsible, and we still have to be loving and kind. That don't give you an excuse. That's not a blanket statement like, well, the reason why I'm like this is because I'm on menopause. Take it. I'm experiencing menopause. Take it. No. But understand that there is a reason for the shift. There is a reason for this. What's going on? One of my daughters said, "Mommy, I hope you're not getting dementia." Because I'm having a hard time remembering things. No, I'm not experiencing dementia. I'm experiencing symptoms of menopause. So, children, grown-up children, be patient. Husbands. Sorry about that, y'all. Just when I was getting to the good part about the husbands, my daughter called and I had to take the call. But husbands, patience. Don't divorce her. Don't leave her now, y'all. But understand, and just like I'm giving this information out, maybe you can Google it now. You don't have to go to a red dictionary. Google menopause, symptoms of menopause. Try to understand what is happening with her body. Try to understand the changes that she's going through, because it's not personal. She's not attacking you. It's not personal. It's not you. It's her own body changing. That's why they said going through the change. And we have to try to work through that shift. It's hormonal. Everything is out of whack. And she's just trying to work through it. And she may sometimes come to you and say, "Baby, I'm so sorry. I don't even know why." I said, she means it. She's not trying. She's not trying. Okay, so understand that as well. Be patient with her. Be loving with her. When you see there's something going on, sometimes just go hug her. Just go give her a hug. It's okay, baby. If she started crying and just getting you, come here. You seem like you need a hug. Woo! You're talking about hitting someone right here and a woman right here. You try that. And I told you that one of the things that it's also a part of menopause is that a decreased sexual appetite. She don't have a desire for it a lot anymore or often as she used to. Well, when she having those episodes, those issues, and you go and say, "Come here, baby, it's okay." You give her a hug and you say it's okay. You wipe her tears off her eyes, off her face. it may increase. All right, y'all. So that's my balanced view about what's going on with menopause. So hope everybody enjoyed this video, and I am going to finish my coffee and I'm going to enjoy my evening. Have a good day, everybody, and do it on purpose. Go get some happiness. Go get some joy. Bye, y'all.